Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, I'm reading the Sunday Funnies, and once in a blue moon, there's a tennis theme in here. Check it out. We got Snoopy with a racket down here. But what's so funny about it? All right, so check it out here. I thought I'd share this with you on this video. All right, so as many of us tennis players do, we're serving, right? Look at that scowl on his face, like concentration. Bouncing the ball, ready to serve. Final pivot, final peak, toss, the worrisome look on the face. Whap! It hits the net. Looking a little worried, bouncing the ball. Toss, whap! What happened? I didn't invent the double fault. I merely perfected it. I'm sure we all can relate to this. I'm sure we all can, right? It's not a pressure-packed situation, although sometimes it is, but you got to get the serves in. You just have the yips sometimes. Got to get that first serve in. Got to get that second serve in. Got to get a serve in, right? But how do you increase your chances of getting your serve in? Well, I'm actually going to take you on the court today and show you how to almost never miss a second serve again. All right? All right, guys. So today I got the man that taught me how to do a proper kick serve. This is Coach Geoff, and he is, the master of teaching. Today we're going to talk about how to never miss a second serve again. Coach Geoff, what do most people have problems with on that second serve? You know, I see people like holding back or doing like a little dinky second serve and it gets murdered. What do they need to know about a kick serve?
Well, the first thing with a kick serve is that it's got to be a hittable toss. They have to recognize that it is hittable. Also, I like to bring the toss back a little bit and really focus on getting up on the ball initially. You have to go up. The more extreme version, and when you're hitting up, would be to try to come around the outside of the ball in kind of a left to right movement, which would be like a reverse cover. And that's going to make the ball come down and actually make the ball spin and bounce away from somebody. So that's the swinging up. The swinging up, and then the reverse cover is going to be coming over left to right on top of the ball. A lot of players, when they're trying the kick serve, they tend to come over and the racket goes to the left, and it actually develops kind of a combination, a little bit of a slice that actually sets up and is very hittable for the returner to be aggressive on. We don't want that.
I know a lot of pros, they tend to, the toss is like they're right above their head or even sometimes behind them, so they're arcing like this.
Yes.
Is that what you teach?
So we do want to get the toss back a little bit because it's going to help get the ball up in the air. But I would like to emphasize the legs a little bit more too. So if you get the legs and get the legs strong, then you get a little bit more drive from the lower body, from the legs, to actually get up on the ball rather than just throw the toss further back.
Okay.
So it's a combination of the position of the toss, using the legs, and really get that acceleration going up on the ball.
Okay. So let's emphasize on the toss first.
So I like the toss to be back and a little bit to the left. So the point of contact, the acceleration going up on the ball is here. And as the arm extends toward the target, forward, I like to try to come over left to right over the top of the ball, which I refer to as a reverse cover movement on the serve. Here.
If we're going to go 7 to, let's say, 4 on the clock, where's the contact point?
So the contact point is going to be, I would say, 11 on the clock, but back a little bit. So here's the 11 position, and back. swinging up, and as the arm extends toward the target, the racket's coming over, and again, drop it down to 3 or 4, and then the shoulder turn. But again, to get to the backhand, most importantly, stay sideways longer before the shoulders turn.
Got it. So we have 2 buckets out there because we know that, when crunch time, you got to hit that second serve. We want to aim for the biggest target. And the biggest target from this angle is going to be right there towards the backhand side. That's going to allow you for the most room for error. Now, we want to hit it with some clearance. That's why we're doing a kick serve today.
If I ever get nervous in a tournament, I don't want to overthink it, so I might tell myself, take it back slowly. So slow, relax, and then accelerate. So slow, relax, and go. Slow, relax, and go. And with these targets, the safest one would be between the 2 buckets.
Right.
The more extreme version might be toward the blue bucket.
Now, breaking it down a little bit more for us. We want, obviously, extreme clearance on it because we don't want to hit the net, but we don't want to hit it long either. So I tell people when they're hitting a second serve, especially this type of second serve, hit it kind of as hard as you can.
Yes.
Right?
You do want to accelerate that racket for sure. But the other thing would be if I get down here, this is now going to force me to get up on the ball, just to get it started. Mm-hmm. As we're making the follow through, now it's all about making it come down. And we can do that with a speed and also a more aggressive wrist or overaction.
Right. Let's talk about grip real quick. What does the grip look like on this serve?
So to me, the grip is pretty much, I would call it, continental. I always say with my index and my thumb, when I kind of squeeze them together, they form more of a V. And I try to get my V kind of on the left bevel here. So I start out, there's my U, line it up, bottom part of the index and the thumb, form a V, bottom part of the V on the left bevel. So I try to go a little bit more extreme.
Is that your backhand grip?
Close to it.
Okay.
Close to it, yes. And the other thing is barely holding on. I think what kills a lot of players with their serve is just too much grip pressure. And that's one of the biggest no-nos on any stroke, I believe, is too much grip pressure. Want to be very, very light.
So I want you to break it down real slow as to where the racket starts and ends.
So getting a little rhythm with a number of bounces. I like to kind of put the ball and racket together here. Going to swing it back slowly. What I would refer to as the very first part, the part 1, the kind of the launch, it's just the very first part. It's just the up. Just get it going nice and high. Once you're clearing the net, now it's all about making the ball come down into the box, and that's going to be done with a little bit more aggressive wrist action as we come over the ball. So I'm going for height. Sometimes I challenge my students when I was coaching the high school team to see who can hit it the highest over the net in the box. I don't think I've ever lost that one with a high schooler. Nice and high to really exaggerate the up move. And then a more aggressive wrist action to bring it down. So this action will be just done in a more accelerated. Here's a slowly coming over. Here's the aggressive wrist action.
Right.
And all with that acceleration.
Right. So we're going to emphasize the height real quick. We have 2 pulls up, and we're going to raise a second net up just to emphasize getting it higher. All right. Perfect. So we got a net that's a little taller now.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Of course, trying to make it. Whoops. Woo, that one had a big off.
See, if you could just do that, I'll bet you whoever's on the other side is going to probably chip it back because they're going to have to take it either early or or cut it from the top because it's coming from the sky. Okay, so, and I don't want to say it's easy to get in, but it's a lot easier than trying to, think about what you have to do on a second serve and be kind of tight and don't, just go in.
Yeah, the key is get the ball out of the returner strike zone.
Another thing that Coach Geoff was talking to me about is because we have these high fences here, we could use these fences as a net. So like from court to court, if you have like courts available with a fence, try to get it over the fence. Right?
Absolutely. And I do it with some of my younger players when there's an open court like this. I did it yesterday. We rally like this because some of the small kids are going to have to be dealing with a high top spinny ball. Mm-hmm. So this is also going to force them. Same thing, same concept as the serve. I always say what they both have in common is you have to swing up first.
Right.
To eliminate the ball going into the net. So whether it's a rally situation or the kick serve, got to get up on the ball.
Right. Practice makes perfect on this one. When Coach Geoff taught me this many, many moons ago, I remember there were people sitting there. I think your wife was sitting there along with your next lesson, and you were teaching me to serve. I literally, on the first ball, I framed it right there, and I literally launched it right at them on the bench.
I've done that too. So yes, you're going to get some mishits. It's pretty an extreme action here, so you really got to control the eyes and keep the head up.
Right. So just make sure like everything is still, like Coach Geoff says, everything is loose, and you're coming in that kind of emotion. You will frame it either here. It's gonna want to go that way because you're coming around this way. Okay, but practice it, loose grip, get it up in the air. Okay,
up and over.
Yeah, we'll get some final ones with Geoff and show you how it's properly done.
There it is.
And that's how it's done. All right, so I want to thank Coach Geoff for hanging out with me today and showing us the way on the kick serve. So now you have no excuses for practicing your second serve and getting it in now, okay? This is my patented way of getting that second serve in. Coach Geoff, what's your Instagram handle?
GM Tennis 123.
GM Tennis 123. If you want to follow him, he's out here in Marin County. I don't know if you're taking lessons. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A few spots.
Okay. I'll put his contact information on the bottom if you want to take a lesson with Coach Geoff. All right? Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.